Welcome to my Chanel Stars and Stripes stories. Today's story will take you into the heart of a military base where one young woman stood at the gate, doing what seemed like a simple duty, until the moment a SEAL commander himself stopped, turned, and raised his hand in salute, to her first. The morning sun painted the horizon in shades of orange and gold as the air buzzed with the familiar sounds of jets taking off in the distance. Base gates were always busy at dawn. Convoys rolled through, young privates shuffled to their posts, and senior officers came and went with their usual sense of urgency. At Checkpoint Charlie, the main gate, stood Private First Class Emily Carver. Her uniform was crisp, her boots shined, and though her assignment was routine, checking IDs, monitoring vehicles, and saluting higher ranks, she carried it out with quiet discipline. For many, standing watch at the gate was tedious, even forgettable, but Emily treated every interaction like it mattered. Because for her, it did. Her father had been a Marine. He never made it home from his last deployment. Growing up, she had listened to her father's stories, his lessons about honor, and his belief that every duty, no matter how small, was worth doing with pride. So now, even as cars passed and faces blurred together, Emily kept her focus sharp. That day, the buzz of anticipation ran through the base. Word spread quickly, a Navy SEAL commander was arriving. Commander James Walker was known across branches, a man who had led missions in places most soldiers would never even hear about. His presence was rare, and everyone was bracing for the weight of his visit. Emily didn't expect anything unusual. To her, he was another officer, and her job was simple: verify, salute, let through. But when the convoy approached, she noticed something. In the lead vehicle, Walker stepped out slowly, not rushing, not barking orders. His eyes scanned the gate, the guards, and then rested on her. Emily's heart jumped, but she straightened, standing tall, saluting as protocol demanded. The morning light caught her profile, and for a second, something flickered across the commander's face. Instead of walking past her as most did, Commander Walker stopped. The silence was heavy. Guards and drivers froze, unsure why the legendary SEAL wasn't moving forward. And then, in a gesture that stunned everyone within sight, Commander Walker raised his hand, saluting her first. The sharpness of his motion, the respect in his eyes, carried a weight that struck Emily deep. Around her, soldiers exchanged quick glances. Whispers followed. This was not protocol. Commanders did not salute privates first. Yet here he was, breaking tradition, as if recognizing something in her no one else could see. Emily returned the salute, her hand steady though her chest tightened with emotion. "Private Carver?" Walker asked, his voice low but commanding. "Yes, sir," she answered, fighting to keep her composure. He nodded once. "Your father was Staff Sergeant Michael Carver." The words stunned her. Few people on base even knew her family history. "Yes, sir," she said quietly. Walker's eyes softened, a memory flashing behind them. "He saved my life." The gate fell silent. Even the sound of passing engines seemed to fade. Walker stepped closer, his gaze steady. "Afghanistan. 2009. Pinned down. Your father pulled me out." I never forgot his face. Never forgot his courage. Emily's throat tightened, her eyes burning. Her father had died on that same deployment. She never knew the full details, only the folded flag and the echo of final words. "Your father gave everything for his brothers in arms." You knew him," she whispered. "Knew him." Walker's jaw tightened. "I owe my life to him. And when I saw your name tag, saw you standing here, carrying yourself with that same fire, Private, your father would be proud." The salute suddenly made sense. It wasn't just for her rank. It was for her blood, her name, her silent service at a gate most overlooked. Others nearby straightened, realizing this was not just a routine morning. It was a moment of honor, a reminder that sacrifice and legacy lived on in unexpected places. Emily swallowed hard, fighting the lump in her throat. "Thank you, sir," she said, her voice trembling but strong. Walker held her gaze a moment longer before placing a hand gently on her shoulder. "The gate may seem small, private, but every soldier knows, security starts here. You stand watch so others can move forward without fear. Never think your duty is less. Men like your father knew that. So do I." For a fleeting moment, the busy gate transformed into something sacred. The weight of history, sacrifice, and respect hung in the air. When Walker finally moved on, the convoy rolling through, the soldiers who had witnessed it stood taller, and Emily. She remained at her post, but her heart was forever changed. Later that evening, alone in her barracks, she sat with her father's old photograph. Tears slipped down her cheeks, but they weren't of grief. They were of pride. Her father's story hadn't ended with that folded flag. It lived on in her watchful eyes at the gate, in the salute of a SEAL commander who remembered. The salute wasn't just a gesture. It was a bridge, between past and present, sacrifice and service, father and daughter. And on that quiet night, Emily whispered to the photograph, "I'll make you proud, Dad. I promise." Outside, jets roared into the night sky, and the bass continued with its endless rhythm. But for Emily, one simple moment at the gate had turned into the reminder of a lifetime. Sometimes, the smallest posts carry the greatest weight, and sometimes, even a private at the gate can stand tall enough to be saluted first. So, when you hear about soldiers whose names aren't written in headlines, remember Private First Class Emily Carver. Remember the way a SEAL commander honored her. And remember that behind every uniform, there's a story, a sacrifice, a legacy worth more than medals or ranks. And that is the story of the salute at the gate. Thank you for watching Stars and Stripes Stories. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep sharing these powerful and emotional stories that remind us what honor, sacrifice, and respect truly mean.